Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, good day, good May 30th. I want to change, but we all know it takes time. We all know it's hard. Change is something that happens when you really apply yourself and you have to have all the right motivation and you have to really concentrate on it. Well, that's all true. Change. The definition of change is to become different. It is to make someone or something different, and it's also to become something else. I eat organic food. I eat whole grains. I shop sustainable methods. I don't plant yet, but someday. Did I do this 20 years ago? No. 20 years ago, I ate white bread, Wonder Bread. Oh, you know, you take it in your little, you take off the crust, then you roll it up in the ball as tight as you can get it, and then you take the little bites. I ate processed foods from the freezer, usually. So, you know, pop in a TV dinner, one of those big ones. Donuts. Okay, so my mom and I, when she was here with me, we would watch The Biggest Loser. Well, in preparation for The Biggest Loser, we had a tradition of ordering pizza, bringing in donuts, and just really enjoying the show while we ate. Could I improve the habits that I've changed? Can I improve those? Definitely. Will it take another 20 years? Some people would say yes, maybe. Linda Sapadin, PhD, in her article, Can People Really Change?, for the Psychology Today website, she says, you can't just snap your fingers. She says, you know it won't be easy. And then she gives you ways to change. Tim Bartow has what he calls the 3 phases. Now, everyone knows that it takes 21 days to change a habit. Well, now that's changed. It now takes, what, 60 days to change a habit? So we went from 21 to 60, and even some people are arguing that, saying it takes even longer. His 3 phases includes the first phase, which is the honeymoon, similar to coming home from a convention, and you're just ready to change the world. You've learned all these things, and you just go at it. Well, then comes the fighting through phase, which is where the inspiration fades, and now reality has set in. And then you get to the second nature phase. And during that phase, it may take some time to maybe slip back into the first 2 phases, and then finally get to that 3rd phase where everything just becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth. Anne Trafton of MIT reported a study where, in order to change the habits of rats, they went in and literally manipulated their brains. And that kind of brings me to a question. What if you could change in an instant? What if it's not just about hard work, determination, but it's about changing the way your brain functions, the way your brain thinks, the way you respond to the stimuli around you, and then that's what facilitates your change. Tony Robbins, right now, has an ebook that he's giving out. You can go on his website, download it, and he talks about NLP, which I'm not very familiar with, but in NLP, they talk about pain and pleasure being sources of motivation for our behavior. We are motivated to stay away from pain and to do things that bring us pleasure. So Tony Robbins went into this study and built his career in helping people change, because he took the very basics of the studies and applied them in a way that was very unique and effective. I've spent the week reading his ebook, and I've come up with 3 easy ways to just change your life in an instant. Okay, it might take more than an instant. You might actually have to sit down with pen and paper and do some writing. But here are those 3 ways. The first thing you want to do is list your top 10 values, and then also list your top 10, well, may not be 10, but your top points of pain. So a value is something that you value love, you value honesty, you value success. Points of pain. These are emotions that you will do almost anything to avoid. Feeling lonely, feeling belittled, feeling irrelevant, feeling like a failure. Now what happens when these 2 meet is this is what can determine whether or not we're able to succeed in a certain area that we're trying to succeed. If our number 1 value is love, but our number 1 point of pain is fear of rejection, you're going to have some conflict there. So that leads us to step 2, make new rules. Here's where it gets a little fun. You're going to write down the old or the current, what must happen to make you feel, and then you go back to your values. If you want to feel success, if you want to feel love, what must happen for that to occur? And then you make your list of rules with what usually happens before you feel your points of pain. So if one of your points of pain is belittled, then you might say, well, somebody has not invited me. Then you apply new rules. These new rules, or you apply new rules to these emotions and these values. And then step 3 is you take your new rules and you apply them to what you want to change. So go change yourself and then change the world. Thank you.